Alright, happy Saturday guys. We're going to go over our schedule for next week, just as a heads up. We're going to have all three classes, regular classes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all at 11:45 a.m. there. So make sure you guys schedule your week accordingly. I know we had some evening classes on the Tuesday before, so we're going to make sure you guys sign up for these and schedule your week accordingly. The Laurier Express class will still be on the Tuesday at 1 p.m. so the half-an-hour class will still be available at the same time. So again, if you want to hop on that, make sure you get that IDA code on our website there. I'm going to pass it over to Eddie for the workout of the day.
Workout today, 21 minutes, okay? This type of workout is not just a longer workout, but what this type of workout is geared for is to work on that handstand push-up. So working towards building strength through that strict movement. Okay, you only have 3 repetitions. Okay, so the volume is coming at you at a lower dosage where you can stay consistent. If you got to break that up every rep, so 1 rep, take a break, 1 rep, take a break in the first 5 minutes, you got the wrong progression. Okay, find a progression that you can do all 3 in a row, especially for that first half of that workout. Second half, as you start getting tired, still try to avoid breaking it up more than 1 time. So maybe you do 2, maybe you lost your balance, come down, do another one, okay? When I start fatiguing, little coach's tip here, I like having 2 progressions. For let's say I'll do 2 strict to the floor, which is a challenge for me, or maybe let's call it a mat, okay? As soon as I've done that second one, on that second half, I come down and I do a dive bomber where I can focus on my mechanics. I'm still building strength without compromising my shoulder position. So I always like changing my progressions as I fatigue versus just adding more mat on my handstand push-up, okay? Just a little kind of advice there, guys, that you can use, but keep it consistent as long as possible. Russian twist, a little bit of core strength, that can be done a little bit quicker, but if you're knocking those out in 9 seconds, maybe your weight's too low, so grab an object, grab some weight that slows you down a little bit where you can get a good trunk rotation, okay? Broad jumps, stay light, stay quick and explosive. Trying to jump 15 feet. See if you can get there in 3 or 4 jumps. Okay? Once you've done that, guys, let's call that's going to be about a 90-second round, maybe even a minute. You're right back at it. So it's faster rounds, building some strength, seeing how explosive you can be and powerful you can be in that jump. Okay? Have fun with this one. Let's see, in those high volume, high reps, guys, shoot 12 rounds or more. Okay, I'm gonna pass it over to Yash.
Alright guys, so for the afterburner, we're finishing off with some stretches. Quick stretches there for the pec. So we can use any style here, but we'll show you guys some variations on the pec and the lat stretch today. Basically just trying to release those shoulders, get them ready for the next day to come. Hope you guys, we'll see you guys next for the warm-up. Alright, we're here for the warm-up. So we're going to start off with part A, which is getting that hip and the glutes nice and active. So starting off with those hip circles, we're going to keep it a little bit different this time. We're going to go from the hollow position and keep those circles a little bit smaller. We're trying to work on moving that hip in a controlled fashion. So to get into that hollow first, guys, so you guys can start from that pike position, that seated position here. You guys are going to round that back, tuck in that rib cage so you're getting that core engagement. You're going to sit back into that hollow position. Once you're here, we're going to focus on one leg. We're going to go for 5 nice small circles, really just trying to focus on the control of the hip. If it's getting very choppy, make a smaller circle, and as you get more comfortable with it, then you guys can get a little bit larger with that circle, or even get a little bit faster. I don't want to see you guys go like this, so make sure it's nice and controlled the entire time. 5 in the clockwise direction, 5 in the counterclockwise direction on that one leg, then switch and do it on the opposite side. Once you're done that, you guys stay on the floor. Let's go for those single-legged glute bridges. So lift that one leg off the ground, back is flat against the floor. We drive our hips up and really feel that in our hamstrings and our glutes. 15 on one side, then once you're done, switch and do 15 on the opposite side. Again, make sure that hip is opening up each time you do it. Once you're done part A, we're going to go to part B here. So with part B, you're going to start off with a cardio component. 60 double unders, 20 calories, or 400-meter run here. Or if you guys have a pool, jump in that pool, go for a quick little swim. Once you're done that cardio component, we're gonna go for the second movement, which is 8 seated leg lifts over an object. So we're gonna get that core nice and active and that hip flexor active. So just pick any object, don't pick an object that's too tall. Start with a basic object and then you can get a little bit higher. We're gonna focus on that one leg at first. So we've done those leg lifts before with both legs and sometimes with single leg. This time I'm gonna go over top of an object. So start with one leg. You're gonna keep that core nice and tight. You're gonna lift that leg over the object and then back in again. So we're gonna go for 8 reps. Once you're done 8 reps, switch and do it on the opposite side. Again, to make it harder, bring your hands in. To make it easier, hands further back. So play around with it. What the focus is to get that core engagement and the hip engagement there. Last movement here, 20 seconds of that single arm plank. So we're gonna go off with one hand. What I wanna see is that I want you to push through that lat into the ground, really try to engage that lat and the core as well at the same time. So I'm in this position, we're gonna start off nice and wide, have a nice wide base, thinking about pushing hard into the floor, keeping the core tight. 20 seconds here, then 20 seconds on the opposite side. If you want to make it more challenging, bring your feet in, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, go off your knees, but again, still focus on pushing hard through that lat as you're doing that single arm plank. 2 rounds of that, guys, and then we'll see you guys next for the workout movements. All right, we're here for the workout movements, guys. AMRAP 21, 3 strict handstand push-ups, 9 Russian twists, and 15 feet of broad jumps. So for the strict handstand push-ups, again, you can have that second progression just in case that first progression you just lose your strength or like halfway through you're not able to do the rep. Always have that second backup in case just to keep the workout going. So for that, guys, we're going to talk about that dive bomber. So we're going to use that dive bomber as a progression, and then we're going to go into that strict handstand push-up as the next progression above that. So with that dive bomber, guys, we go nice and wide with your feet. Guys, you should use some kind of ab mat or some kind of mat to get your head down to the ground, at least when you make contact with it. Hands are going to be in about push-up width, and they're going to be close to the feet. From here, we're going to think about leaning forward so that we're on those toes and getting over top of those wrists. And then from there, we're going to be dropping the head down right in front of our hands. So notice that my hands are behind my head and they're not in line. So I want them back here. Then I'm going to press my head straight through the window to finish that rep. So that's key, guys. Really trying to get our head in front of our hands when we're doing that strict handstand push-up, whether it be with that dive bomber or even if you get your feet on a box and do it elevated. Make sure that head is going in front of the hands so we can really use that back to drive it up and not use the front of the delts and put too much pressure on the shoulder there. So you guys can do those, or you can do your strict handstand push-ups against the wall. Same things apply. Get those elbows in, get that head in front of the hands, stay in a nice tight body position there. From there, guys, once you're done those strict handstand push-ups, we're gonna get into those Russian twists. So for those Russian twists, there's 9 reps, so let's try and use a weight here that won't be too heavy where we're losing our form, but we're able to keep it consistent to finish all 9 reps unbroken each time. So I'm going to use this 15-pound dumbbell as an example, guys. For that Russian twist, what we want to get into is that kind of hollow body position, but almost a little bit higher off the ground, so we're kind of sitting on that butt area, the lower butt there. We can keep our knees bent as an easier progression, or go a little bit harder by keeping our legs straight. With that object, what I want you to focus on is trying to twist the body towards the direction that you're going towards. So if I'm going towards the left, I want to twist that shoulder, both shoulders towards that direction, and not necessarily just move the object in that direction with my arms. So to really get the most out of this exercise, guys, really try to twist your shoulders towards the direction that you're twisting towards, and then back into center. Same thing on the right side. 9 reps there, guys. We're Again, use a weight that you can go unbroken, but not too fast, so try something that will challenge you a little bit. Last movement, 15 feet of broad jump. So broad jumps here, guys, we're trying to jump forward as far as we can each time, so try to minimize the number of jumps you do each time. 15 feet, you should be able to try to do this in 3 sets if you can. With the broad jump, start slow if you've never done it before, if you don't feel comfortable with that forward jump. Don't jump as far. So for example, with that broad jump, if I'm going to jump towards the ab mats there, that's a nice safe distance for me to be comfortable and I don't have to be really explosive. As I get more comfortable with it, then I can start increasing my distance and really start using that hip pop. It's important, guys, even when you land, to have that control when you catch it. So don't just throw your body forward, be able to catch it with those feet nice and planted on the floor, almost in that quarter squat position before you start getting into that next rep. So again, with that broad jump, guys, be nice and explosive and controlled when you catch that broad jump. Hope you guys enjoy the workout. See you guys next for the afterburner.
Alright guys, welcome to the afterburn. Hope you had a good workout. We're going to start with that pec stretch. So we are doing 90 seconds per side. First one we're going to do is I'm just going to get you planting your hand onto that wall. So I'm actually pushing my palm into the wall and then locking my elbow out, and then I'm just going to turn my feet in the opposite direction. So I'm just trying to walk my feet away more and more, upper body comes with it. Now you can play with your position here on the wall a little bit higher. You might feel a little bit more in the pec. Remember, you might be tempted to bend your elbow. Try to avoid that. 90 seconds per side on that. Then we're going to get into a lat stretch. So for the lat stretch here, guys, if you have a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, any type of ball will work here. I want you guys to think about working that lat right where the kind of on the outside of that armpit, back right underneath the shoulder, and you're just going to put that lacrosse ball into that area of the lat, and you're going to lean up against that wall. You can go try to play around with this position where you're leaning more into it. You can twist a little bit more onto the back of that lat, or you can go a little bit down the lat, and also add movement. So I find whenever I find a spot that's a little bit knotted, I add a rotation in that arm and shoulder, maybe do a press back and forth, and you're just gonna fish around for areas that feel a little bit uncomfortable. We're gonna get uncomfortable here. You can also try this one on the ground. I prefer the ground actually more than the wall. So try both, see what one feels a little bit better. And remember, when you find that spot that kind of seems to take your breath away a little bit, remember to breathe through it. Thanks guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.